is The Lion, KHNC 1360 AM, Johnstown, Denver.
All right, Cody, if you would, please, I need you to cut the music because we've got a good news day here on Real Truth. We don't have them very often. But here's a good news day from CNBC. Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy will retire from the highest U.S. court, giving President Donald Trump another chance to fundamentally reshape the top of the judiciary. Abortion is likely to be one of the flashpoints in the nomination fight. Kennedy has mainly supported abortion rights in his time on the court. Trump has made it clear he'll try and choose justices who want to overturn the landmark abortion rights case of Roe versus Wade. Interest groups across the political spectrum are expected to mobilize to support and fight the nomination because it is so likely to push the court to the right. Republicans currently hold a bare 51-49 majority in the Senate, although that includes the ailing Senator John McCain of Arizona. If Democrats stand united in opposition to Trump's choice, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky can lose no more than one vote. If the Senate divides 50-50, Vice President Mike Pence would break a tie to confirm the nominee. Regardless of who replaces him, Kennedy's departure will be a massive change for the High Court, where he has been a crucial swing vote for more than a decade. Kennedy joined with his liberal colleagues on an array of blockbuster rulings that will most define his legacy, none more so than one on gay rights. In 2015, he wrote the court's 5-4 ruling in Obergefell versus Hodges, establishing that same-sex couples have a constitutional right to marry. He also authored decisions that struck down a U.S. law denying federal benefits to legally married same-sex couples, and a Texas statute that made it a crime for two people of the same sex to engage in intimate sexual activity. Kennedy was also an important figure limiting the application of the death penalty, citing the Eighth Amendment ban on cruel and unusual punishment. Stop. Kennedy has been, my friends, a swing voter. Sometimes he voted this way, sometimes he voted that way. You could get the same result by flipping a coin. Donald Trump will do this time what he did last time, nominate a rock-solid conservative justice, which is exactly what the country needs. This is a rare good news day. Kennedy was nominated by Ronald Reagan, one of the great mistakes in the Reagan presidency. With another solid conservative on the court, we can finally begin putting America back on track from a legal point of view. Kennedy decided cases on whatever struck his fancy. Instead, we're going to have a Supreme Court justice who will not make law, but interpret the laws the way the Constitution calls for them to be interpreted. Can you imagine for a minute the framers of this country in favor of gay marriage? It's Wednesday. It's Real Truth. Good News Day. We'll be back.
This farm report brought to you by Nissan Titan. If you believe you have missing or stolen livestock, you should immediately file a report with law enforcement at your local branch inspector. Give it possible. Upon receiving the information, the Colorado Brand Board will distribute the report statewide and to surrounding states. For inspectors, contact, let us go to the Colorado Department of Agriculture. Take on the job in the all-new 2017 Nissan Titan. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Power has been providing reliable electrical power in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom tailored capabilities, modest emergency lighting, all the way to commercial scale power. Great Plains Power is a full service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom design system, and parts to do it yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963
right, friends, let's start with a bang today, shall we? Here is President Trump just a couple of hours ago speaking from the White House. Go.
Thank you very much. It's a young, very good-looking group of people. I hate it.
All right, folks, here is Donald Trump speaking from the White House just a short time ago.
Thanks also for the introduction for this. You can be conservative, you can be Democrats, Republicans. You can all out. We'll make a choice. African American youth unemployment is the lowest level in the history of our country. And African American unemployment is the lowest level in history. Hispanic unemployment is the lowest level in history. Women unemployment is the lowest level in 21 years, and we'll soon be, I think, for our water separation of parents. But I think we'll soon have women unemployment the lowest. Thanks for a massive flex to all men and women into the workforce and helping more and more of the money they earn. So older people think we've eliminated medical policies and labor on Americans, or labor by thousands of Americans, in some cases, increasing the individual mandate of Obamacare disaster. That's why they gave a lot of money for the federal stuff, not mine.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break. I will post this video on my Facebook page, Real Truth Radio. Go there, watch the whole thing. It is a pleasure. We'll be right back.
Ladies, this is Danny Gold, informing you that heart attack is different than heart attack in men. Women having heart attack will experience nausea, vomiting, indigestion, shortness of breath, or simply sudden extreme fatigue, but no chest pain. Get emergency medical help and call 911 immediately if you are experiencing any of these symptoms. Pain, pressure, burning, or twisting chest, jaw, shoulder, back, or arms that last more than 5 to 10 minutes. Unexplained shortness of breath lasts more than 5 to 10 minutes. Sudden severe nausea, vomit, or indigestion. Sudden sweating for no reason. Sudden unexplained extreme fatigue. Loss of consciousness or fainting, or sudden unexplained panicky feeling of doom. The key, ladies, is to listen to your body. Follow your instincts, and if you experience symptoms that are disturbing to you in any way, or even remotely related to your heart, get yourself checked out right away. If your doctor brushes you off, that's a sign you need a new doctor. One who will act with physical symptoms to get to the bottom of your symptoms.
Riell power has been providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Power systems rely on the sun to make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on dependable power, but if we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom tailored capabilities to monitor emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Great Plains Power is full service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey package, custom design system, and parts for food yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to greatplainsolar.com.
Folks, welcome back to Real Truth. I am Howard Riell, and this is Laura Ingraham on Fox News talking about the people she refers to as the new know-nothings.
Now, the Democrats like to portray themselves as members of the elite class. They're the elite.
My friends, I said it yesterday. I've said it 100,000 times. Liberals are always the censors. They're always people who want to decide for you what you can and cannot see, because they feel morally superior. Well, they're not morally superior in the least. Certainly not intellectually superior. They go around canceling out free speech, cutting our freedoms, raising our taxes as long as we're talking about them. So if you are, you've got elections coming up in November. If you are a voter who wants less freedom, less free speech, who must rigidly obey the laws of PC, if that's what you want, then I'm guessing you'll vote for the liberals. But if you're a thinking adult, you would never dream of voting Democrat.
What about democracy now?
My friends, if you are a liberal and you want other liberals to like and respect you, you think of the most disgusting, most brainless, most ignorant thing to say, and you find a microphone and say it into the microphone. I'm just bewildered. I'm bewildered by the amazingly ignorant things that liberals are saying in the media, and not even ashamed to be seen publicly saying them, like this jackass.
The United States of America.
Yeah, just like Nazis. This is liberal thinking. Nazis decided that they were going to kill Jews and gypsies and homosexuals, and they declared war on them and on the entire human race. Killed millions of people. The United States simply wants to control who comes into our country and who not. But according to the liberals, they're exactly the same. My friends, make no mistake about it. Liberals aren't only laughingstocks. They're not only fools. They're dangerous. They are dangerous.
Millions of people voted for him.
Of course, any liberal will tell you all the people who voted for Donald Trump are racist. My friends, I've been following Trump since he came down that escalator at Trump Tower. Okay, I've listened to every word he said. I followed him day by day by day. I have yet to hear him say one racist thing. But of course, when you ask a liberal intellectual, Trump's Hitler. He's a Nazi. Every one of his voters is a racist. That is, if you were listening to the show yesterday, you heard me describe liberals as unintelligent children. I think that really sums up the liberal mentality. And here it is. Everyone who voted for Trump is a racist, period. And if you disagree with me, we will harass you in a restaurant.
At least they're being honest now. That's what they are.
By the way, as long as the left likes referencing Nazis, liberals today, just as Laura Ingraham said, are characterizing conservatives as a subhuman class. Now, what other governmental group decided that some people were subhuman? Oh, yeah, that's right, the Nazis in Germany. They decided that Jews were not human, and hence it was okay to kill them, to murder them en masse. So who are the real Nazis?
In public.
My friends, Maxine Waters has always been an ignorant animal. And you'll always have people like that running for office. My problem is with the voters. If one congresswoman named Maxine Waters is a brainless animal, okay. But a lot of people voted for her. Hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people voted for her, which means they must also logically be brainless animals. Who else would vote for a piece of dirt like this? She's calling for acts of violence against people in the streets. And if you're a Democrat, you're on Maxine Waters' team. You're on her side. If you're a Democrat, she speaks for you. Now tell me, are you embarrassed and humiliated to be identified as a Democrat on the same team as Maxine Waters? Well, if you are, fine, leave the team, start voting Republican. If you're not, do us all a favor and leave the country.
Harass them when they go.
Yeah, how come no one's screaming at Barack Obama that he's racist? How come no one's harassing Barack Obama? By the way, on the point of liberals being Nazis, who remembers when Donald Trump was running for president and people would show up at his events and they'd be punched and kicked and spat on? Anybody remember that? I know American memories are short. Those were liberals attempting to shut down freedom of expression, of religion, freedom to gather. They wanted to intimidate and frighten voters, which is what the Nazis did.
Now, again, the left refuses to acknowledge basic facts.
It should, oh, Laura, exactly right. It should have been a 9-0 case. I spoke yesterday on this show about being sad that the decision yesterday on President Trump's travel ban was 5-4. Where were these 4 people coming from? The Constitution says the president has the authority. They say, no, I don't like it. Excuse me, Kagan, Sotomayor, Breyer, Ginsburg, you don't like it? Did you not take oaths to uphold the U.S. Constitution? Were you kidding when you took those oaths? Supreme Court justices whose job is to uphold the Constitution, these 4 liberals, Breyer, Ginsburg, Kagan, Sotomayor, they couldn't care less about the Constitution, couldn't care less about the rule of law. They're liberals. They want whatever they want that particular day. Most liberals get on their knees and bow before the god of abortion. If you're against abortion, you will be targeted. That's why it's so important that Donald Trump is going to get another Supreme Court justice. All right, let's take a break and we'll be back. I just posted this video on my Facebook page, Real Truth Radio. Check it out. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Earth. Well, it had to happen. When Colorado legalized marijuana, most people thought the Green Earth was a marijuana dispensary. Also, it was legalized on January the 1st, 2014. The same day we opened our new location at 4565 Kipling Street, 1.5 blocks south of I-7. There are 83,000 cars a day passing in front of our new location at Kipling Street, and most of them thought we were a marijuana dispensary. So we changed the name of our retail store to New Genesis Health, but kept the name of our Green Earth store. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health, or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372. And be sure to listen to the Healthy Nature Show with Mr. Phillips every Tuesday at 1 p.m.
Ladies, this is Dan Phillips informing you that heart attack is different than heart attack in men. Women having heart attacks will experience nausea, vomiting, indigestion, shortness of breath, or simply sudden extreme fatigue, but no chest pain. Get emergency medical help and call 911 immediately if you are experiencing any of these symptoms. Pain, pressure, burning, or squeezing the chest, jaw, shoulder, back, or arms that last more than 5 to 10 minutes. Unexplained shortness of breath lasting more than 5 to 10 minutes. Your nausea, vomiting, indigestion, sweating for no reason. Sudden unexplained extreme fatigue, loss of consciousness or fainting, or sudden unexplained panicky feeling of doom. The key, ladies, is to listen to your body, follow your instincts, and if you experience symptoms that are disturbing you in any way, or even remotely related to your heart, get yourself checked out right away. If your doctor brushes you off, that's a sign you need a new doctor. One who will actually do what is necessary to get to the bottom of your symptoms.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessing of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution
All right, guys, if anybody ever tells you liberals are not stupid, I want you to point to this chick who just won the Democrat primary in New York State. She is a socialist, and she wants ICE to be dismantled. In other words, she has an IQ of about 12. Here is Newt Gingrich on the Laura Ingraham show earlier today talking about that New York primary.
Joining us now to give us a sense of what's happening with this young, very, very attractive, very energetic business campaign. She's very supported by some black activists, but not much. This young woman, Alexandria Cortez, beats Joe Crowley, the number 4 in charge of the House of Representatives for the Democrats, and who's in major the Democrat Party, and Gingrich. He's a good guy. Joins us now, of course, Midland Baptist, he's the author of Liberal, Trump's America, thanks to that similar presentation on our Facebook page. Newt, thanks for talking. How are you? It also is it's a textbook case, I think, in examining what happened to American communities where we see a massive demographic shift through immigration, where we also have public schools that don't teach the greatness of America, American history, tradition, our founding. And so she's able to win in a Queens, which, obviously decades ago was pretty much a blue-collar working class. Lots of immigrants, Polish, Italian, but fairly conservative on social issues. But over the years, Queens as well as New York changed. And you're seeing this in Virginia, Newt. You're seeing this in formerly blue-collar conservative areas of northern Virginia, not right around Washington, but I'm talking about Manassas and so forth. Wild changes in voting patterns because of immigration that we've decided to adopt. Yeah, well, I think the energy in the Democrat Party is clearly on the far left. I mean, that's why it was always going to be problematic for them in 2016 when
because he's not talking about what he believes. Cory Booker is playing to the extreme left wing of the Democrat Party, which is where he thinks the votes are, which proves how empty he is. He has no deeply held convictions. He just wants power. Let's say it. He wants power. He wants the job. He wants to run for president. He'll appeal to all the loonies and the wackos and the head cases out there because he thinks that's his way to greatness. Well, that's his way to a toilet, maybe, but not greatness. Let's say that again. Newt Gingrich is right. If you're not a radical, you have no future in the Democrat Party. And so, to any Democrats listening to me, are you radicals? Well, if you're not, you have nothing to do with the Democrat Party in the years to come. Do you want bizarre, strange, extreme things? You don't? Well, then you have no connection to the Democrats anymore. Vote Republican.
Yes, I'm looking at the people right now. And the Senate Democratic Convention Board, which includes an absolute total majority. Every single incumbent Democrat co-sponsored this Democratic Convention Board, which is an open global club. The basically accepted the government for the country to come to the U.S. And we're still not happy. This is at a time when there are more than 100 million people worldwide.
My friends, let me ask you a question. Is it okay with you if we take 100 million people from the third world into the United States? Or would that make the United States a third world toilet? It would, right? I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. Well, it's the Democrats who want those 100 million third world people to crowd into the United States and bring with them crime and then God knows what kind of cultures and lack of basic hygiene. They'll go immediately on welfare. And all the government services that might conceivably have gone to you and your children and grandchildren, well, now they're going to go to the 100 million third world people who crowded in here, thanks to the Democrats. Through immigration alone, forget everything else. Just through immigration, the Democrats have a gun pressed against the temple of the United States. If you're a Democrat voter, you're helping them pull the trigger. They want open borders, which means several 100 million people will show up here because, after all, life is better here than there. Is that what you want for America? Is it what you want for yourselves and your children? If it's not, then don't ever, ever vote Democrat again. Because by voting Democrat, you're voting to turn America into a sewer. All right, my regrets to Newt Gingrich. I'll put this up on my Facebook page, too. Stick around, because we'll be back with more. Michelle Malkin coming up.
Has been providing reliable electrical power system in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Power system combined with sun to make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom tailored capabilities of monitoring emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Great Plains Power is a full service company. We service everything we do. We provide emergency packages, custom design system, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com. One to find for more nutritional supplements. Simple finder supplementation with vital superfoods, the most advanced nutritional whole food supplements you can buy. Women, children, even Olympic athletes the world over have discovered vital superfoods from VitalAge.com. And now it's just one nutritional supplement instead of many. The vital superfood formulas are multiple products, the most significant
All right, folks, you've been paying attention. You know, we were just talking about that liberal chick in Queens, New York, the socialist who wants to abolish ICE and have open borders. She just won the Democrat primary because the Democrat Party is moving hard left, extremist, loony, pinhead left. Well, here is Michelle Malkin on Fox News. The piece opens with this candidate, this Democrat candidate, Cortez, the socialist, opens with her speaking. Then we'll get to the intelligent part.
ICE was just established in 2003.
In order to be safer, she's saying, we have to get rid of the people who enforce the law. We have to get rid of the people who find and detain and arrest the criminals. So let criminals do anything they want and we'll be safer. That is Democrat liberal logic.
Okay, so that's commercial.
Hang on 1 second. That's wrong. You have two groups of Democrats. You got the really stupid ones, and you got the even more stupid ones. Democrats don't want to make sure that Americans are safe. Democrats want to make sure that Democrats get elected. And so they'll bring in people who go immediately on welfare because they'll vote for the Democrats who are the party of handouts, free stuff. It's just that simple.
Well, I think if people...
Yeah, my friends, for liberals, it makes sense. Why would you want laws enforced? Wouldn't you rather have chaos and crime and murders and rapes? Isn't that better? And again, if you are a Democrat voter, then you are supporting these people who want open borders and open season on the American people.
It's less about the Republicans than it is about the Democrat Party. You say that there are Democrats out there who oppose it. Well, I think that they have a huge amount of pressure on that.
My friends, if you are Democrat voters, she is with you. You are in bed with Maxine Waters. She speaks for you. And if that turns your stomach, good. It means you're not a lost cause. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Earth. How many times have you gone into a health food store and are confused as to the many different brands and prices of the same herbal supplements? You want to buy the cheapest, but you're afraid that quality is less, so you buy the most expensive. Truth is, the cheapest may be better. Green Herb herbal supplements are all manufactured in our Whitbridge, Colorado plant at 4565 Kifley Street, using the highest quality herbs that we source from all over the world. Our 150 different herbal supplements are the most potent and safest in America. Our guarantee is your money back, no time limit. Just return the bottle, empty or full, no questions asked. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Business Health, or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372. ELR Associates wants you to remember your life began at conception, but the life of it forget to be more. Baby and mother both lose with one and dream with the book. Choose abortion. Former abortion Dr. Nathan said people do not understand that there are thousands of serious physical complications from abortion every year. Abortion, right? The big deal. Depression, stress, anxiety disorders, sleep disorders, suicide, violent behavior, sterility, increased risk of miscarriage and delivery complications. International Journal of Epidemiology reported abortion increases breast cancer risk by 90%. Every hopeless baby has the right to life, too. Let's get a message is brought to you by TLR Associates of Boulder, providing a job well done for your home or business with design, stucco, stone, and brick. Call TLR Associates of Boulder, 303-921-3310. TLR Medallion branded stucco protected serves the Boulder and Northern Colorado area. Check.
My friends, the RNC has done something beautiful. They've put together a video, you can see it on the Daily Wire, of unhinged maniac leftists doing disgusting things just to remind the American people who and what we're dealing with. Listen.
A few years ago,
It's Bernie Sanders. The tagline at the end is, "The left in 2018 unhinged." Well, folks, they weren't waiting for 2018 to be unhinged. They've been unhinged. They're just getting more open about it. And we have to be more determined to stop them before someone gets hurt or, God forbid, killed. Item from MSN.com. The owner of the Red Hen restaurant in Lexington, Virginia, who asked White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders to leave, has resigned from a local business group. Stephanie Wilkinson stepped down Tuesday as the director of Main Street Lexington, which works to improve the city's downtown. By the way, my friends, if you were to get on a telephone and call the Red Hen restaurant in Lexington, Virginia, and tell Stephanie Wilkinson or her manager, whoever answers the phone, that you disagree with the disgusting behavior that she exhibited, that you think people should have a right to have political discourse without being threatened and harassed, then I think that would be a very, very good thing. I don't know if the restaurant is clean or not. You might want to call the health department in Lexington, Virginia, and ask whether or not the Red Hen has passed its health inspection. If not, the inspectors might want to go look at it again. Item. From the Daily Mail, more than a dozen women were involved in a brutal brawl at the San Francisco Pride Festival after an argument broke out over a singer's performance. The senseless violence, which was caught on video by a horrified onlooker, reportedly began when one woman asked another if the singer, Kehlani, was still on stage. She replied very rudely and called her a blank, a witness claimed, kicking off 7 minutes of savage fighting during the Sunday event. My friends, I'm absolutely baffled how something like this could happen at a pride parade, and gay people are generally so mentally stable, aren't they? Item from the Daily Mail. A Chinese court yesterday sentenced 2 drug dealers to death in front of hundreds of people. The 2 criminals received verdicts on a sports ground on a field in Haikou, southern China's Hainan province, before being put to execution immediately. Immediately? What do you mean? Not 20 years, 30, 40 years on death row? Not 278 appeals at public expense? In China, say what you want to, they take care of business. I'll be back tomorrow. Hasta luego.